I'm Sophie, 28 years old, and I can still feel the chill of that October evening when I realized the man I loved had turned our small town against me. Picture a quiet Indiana street, leaves crunching underfoot, the glow of porch lights flickering through a foggy dusk. I was sitting in my little rental house, the kind with peeling paint and a creaky porch swing, scrolling through my phone when I saw it. A post on our town's Facebook group, claiming I'd cheated on my ex, Ryan, and ruined his life. My hands froze. The screen's light harsh against the dim living room. I wasn't planning on revenge that night. Not yet, but what Ryan did, spreading lies to tear me down, lit a fire I couldn't ignore. This is the story of how I fought back, not with screams or fists, but by posting his embarrassing secrets online, legally, and watching his world unravel. Ryan and I met 4 years ago at a county fair, right here in Jasper. I was 24, helping at a bakery booth, my apron dusted with flour, when he wandered up, all charm and easy smiles. He was 26, a mechanic with grease-stained hands and a laugh that made my knees weak. We hit it off, sharing cotton candy under the Ferris wheel's lights, talking until the stars came out. Soon we were inseparable. Friday nights at the local diner, drives through cornfields, planning a future. I thought he was my forever. We moved in together 2 years later, into a cozy house on Maple Street, with a backyard where we'd grill burgers and dream about kids someday. I trusted him, gave him everything, my heart, my time, my secrets. But last summer, things changed. Ryan got a promotion at the auto shop, started working late, coming home smelling like whiskey and excuses. I'm a school librarian, so I'd be home by 4 p.m, tidying our place, making dinner, while he'd roll in past midnight, mumbling about overtime. I believed him at first. Why wouldn't I? But then I noticed the signs. His phone was always locked, a new password I didn't know. He'd get texts that made him smirk, then shove the phone in his pocket when I asked who it was. Once, I saw a notification from Kara, a name he'd never mentioned, saying, "Last night was fun." My stomach twisted, but when I asked, he laughed it off. "Just a coworker, Soph. Don't be paranoid." His eyes didn't meet mine, and that's when the doubt crept in. It wasn't just the texts. Ryan started pulling away, snapping at me over little things, like the dishes or my boring job. He'd go out with the guys and come back distant, his jacket smelling like perfume. I tried to talk to him, but he'd shut me down, saying I was clingy. I felt like I was losing him, and worse, losing myself. Then came the night that broke me. It was a humid August evening, the kind where the air sticks to your skin. I was cleaning out the garage, looking for some old books, when I found a shoebox hidden behind his toolbox. Inside were love letters, not to me, but from Kara, a bartender at the local pub. They were full of promises, plans to get away together, and details about nights Ryan claimed he was working. My hands shook as I read them, the garage's fluorescent light buzzing overhead. I sat on the concrete floor, letters scattered around me, feeling like my whole world had been a lie. I confronted Ryan that night. He came home late, his boots heavy on the porch. I held up the letters, my voice trembling but calm. "What are these, Ryan?" His face went pale, then hard. He didn't even deny it. "You went through my stuff," he yelled, turning it on me. I told him to leave, and he did, grabbing his keys and slamming the door. I thought that was the end, but it was just the beginning. A week later, the lies started. Ryan posted in our town's Facebook group, 1,500 members, all people we knew, claiming I'd cheated on him, that I'd been sneaking around and broke his heart. He painted me as the villain, the unfaithful one, while he played the victim. Friends stopped texting. Neighbors gave me side eyes at the grocery store. My boss at the library even asked if I was okay, like I was some scandal. Jasper's a small town. Gossip spreads like wildfire, and Ryan knew it. I was humiliated, but I didn't cry. Not anymore. The hurt turned to anger, a slow burn in my chest. I wasn't going to let Ryan rewrite our story, make me the bad guy while he walked away clean. I started digging. I remembered his old laptop, still in our spare room, logged into his accounts. He'd never been careful with passwords. His email was still open, using his mum's birthday, 0723. I found emails to Kara, planning trips, talking about me like I was a burden. Worse, I found a folder labeled work stuff. But it wasn't work. It was screenshots of Ryan's drunk texts to other women, bragging about cheating on me. Even a video of him at a bar, slurring karaoke and spilling beer on himself, acting like a fool. He'd sent it to Kara, thinking it was charming. To me, it was evidence. I didn't want to just expose him. I wanted it to sting, to hit him where it hurt. Ryan cared about his image, his good guy reputation at the auto shop, with his buddies in our town. I started planning. I created an anonymous account on the town's Facebook group, using a fake name, Jasper Truth. I compiled his secrets, the emails, the text, the video, into a single post, careful to blur faces of anyone else involved. I wasn't cruel. I was precise. I checked with a friend, Lisa, who's a paralegal, to make sure it was legal. As long as you're not lying or doxing, you're fine, she said, her eyes gleaming with approval. I saved the post as a draft, my heart racing every time I opened it. The concert tickets revenge from my friend Caleb's story. He'd told me about it over coffee, inspired me. I wasn't selling anything, but I was going to take Ryan's pride and lay it bare. The night before I posted, I sat on my porch swing, the air crisp, stars sharp above the cornfields. I thought about Ryan, how he'd smiled at me under the Ferris wheel, how I'd believed in us. Part of me wanted to stop, to let it go. But then I remembered the lies, the letters, the way my neighbors looked at me. I wasn't just fighting for me, I was fighting for the truth. I scheduled the post for the next morning, when the town would be online, sipping coffee, scrolling. I went to bed, the swing creaking behind me, and for the first time in months, I felt like I was taking my life back. I woke up that October morning with my heart pounding, the kind of nervous energy that makes your hands cold. The sun was just rising over Jasper, painting the Indiana cornfields. Gold through my bedroom window. My little rental house was quiet, the creaky porch swing outside swaying in the breeze. I grabbed my phone, checked the time, 6:58 a.m., and opened the town's Facebook group. 2 minutes until my anonymous post as Jasper Truth went live, exposing Ryan's lies, his cheating, his drunken karaoke video. I wasn't sure if I was ready for what would happen, but I was done letting him paint me as the villain. This was my truth, and our small town was about to see it. The post went live at 7:00 a.m. sharp. I titled it, The Real Ryan, Lies and Secrets. It started with his emails to Kara, planning their getaway while I was still cooking him dinner, then the screenshots of his drunk texts to other women, bragging about sneaking around. The final touch was that video. Ryan slurring through a karaoke rendition of Sweet Caroline at the pub, beer dripping down his shirt, laughing like a fool. I'd blurred Kara's face and kept it legal, just like Lisa, my paralegal friend, advised. I sat on my couch, the morning light filtering through the blinds, refreshing the group page. Within minutes, comments started pouring in. Is this for real? I knew Ryan was shady. Sophie, is this about you? My phone buzzed with texts from friends, neighbors, even my old high school teacher. Jasper's 1,500 residents were waking up to the truth. I didn't expect the post to spread so fast. By noon, it had 200 shares, and the comments section was a wildfire. People posted screenshots of their own run-ins with Ryan, how he'd flirted with a co-worker's wife, how he'd lied about a car repair at the shop, His boss commented, "This isn't the Ryan we know at work." But you could feel the doubt in his words. I stayed quiet, didn't respond as Jasper truth. Just watched from my kitchen table, a mug of coffee going cold in my hands. My anger from last night was still there, but now it mixed with a strange calm. Ryan had turned our town against me, with his lies about me cheating. Now the tables were turning, and it felt like justice. Ryan called me at 2 p.m., his voice sharp through the phone. "Sophie, what the hell is this?" he shouted. I could hear the panic, the way his breath caught. "You're trying to ruin me." I stayed calm, my voice steady. "I didn't lie, Ryan. You did. Those are your words. Your video." He hung up, but not before muttering a string of curses. I knew he'd try to spin it, so I wasn't surprised when he posted in the group an hour later, claiming the post was fake and hacked. But the evidence was too clear. His emails, his texts, that unmistakable video of him stumbling through karaoke. Nobody bought his excuses. Comments tore him apart. "Own up, man. You messed up big time." I didn't just want to embarrass him, though. I wanted him to feel what I felt. Humiliated, exposed, alone in a town where everyone knows your name. I'd learned Ryan was up for a big promotion at the auto shop, a manager role that came with a shiny office and a raise. His reputation as the good guy was his ticket to that job. So, I sent an anonymous email to his boss, attaching the same evidence from the post. I didn't lie or exaggerate. Just let Ryan's own words do the work. Lisa double-checked it for me. Legal, no slander, just facts. "You're playing chess, Sophie," she said, grinning over coffee at the diner. "He's playing checkers." By evening, the town was buzzing. I walked to the grocery store, the air crisp, leaves swirling across the sidewalk. People I barely knew. Mrs. Carter from the library, the cashier at the checkout, gave me nods, like they understood. "You okay, hun?" the cashier asked, her eyes kind. I nodded, but inside, I was a mess of emotions. Satisfaction, guilt, relief. My phone kept buzzing with notifications. Ryan's post trying to defend himself was drowning in replies. People calling him out, some even unfriending him online. His buddy from the shop, Mike, messaged me privately. "Sophie, I had no idea. I'm sorry." That meant something, coming from a guy who'd bought Ryan's lies. The next day, I heard from Lisa that Ryan's boss called him in for a meeting. The promotion was off the table. His reputation was shot, and clients had started asking questions. Ryan's social media went silent. His Instagram locked down. Cara, his fling, posted a vague story about moving on. And I heard through the grapevine she'd dumped him. I didn't feel sorry for him, but I didn't feel happy either. I sat on my porch swing that night, the same one where I'd planned the post, and stared at the stars. The air smelled like wood smoke, and the town felt quieter, like it was catching its breath. I'd taken back my story, my dignity, but part of me wondered if I'd gone too far. Ryan showed up at my house a week later, his truck idling in the driveway. It was dusk, the sky purple over the cornfields. He looked tired, his usual swagger gone, his jacket wrinkled. "Sophie, can we talk?" he asked through the screen door. I didn't let him in. "You lied about me," I said, my voice low. "You made this town think I was the bad guy." He tried to apologize, saying he was stressed and didn't mean it. I cut him off. "You meant it, Ryan. You just didn't think I'd fight back." He left without another word, his truck's taillights fading down Maple Street. Life in Jasper started to feel normal again. Neighbors stopped whispering. My boss at the library gave me a new project, organizing a book fair, like she trusted me again. I deleted the Jasper Truth account, not wanting to hold on to that anger anymore. I'd made my point. Ryan's lies cost him his promotion, his fling, his reputation. I heard he moved to Indianapolis a month later, chasing a fresh start. Good luck with that. Small towns don't forget, and neither do I. I'm 28 now, still in my little house with the creaky porch swing. I've got my books, my job, my town, and a new sense of strength. I'm not proud of airing Ryan's dirty laundry online, but I don't regret it either. He thought he could break me with lies and walk away clean. I showed him and everyone else that truth hits harder. If you've been betrayed, don't let it define you. Fight back, smart and steady, and let the world see who you really are. Share your story in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.